So this is about where the tier 4 is going to be. 3 is going to come in behind us. So you can see one oak on the left hand side there. That's not the one at the landing area. The landing area is another 20 metres beyond that, which, looking at this here, I think there are a line of 3 pines there that probably need to go, because that is a touch too tight. Maybe we can experiment with it and take it down later maybe, but I think it would be a better hole if those ones do go. They're pretty good pines, but they're quite small ones, so I don't think that's any great loss. Over to the right here, you can just see that it's going to be the basket of 8 in a grove of oak trees. So this is going to take us through the 2 guardian oaks left and right, and then there's oaks sort of up and down through here as we go. I think if we get rid of those 3 pines in front of us, these ones, that creates a nice bit of airspace about the right distance off the tee to be able to work something with it. So you can flex something, you can flip something up. At the moment that is on the verge of being too tight, but it's almost there. So what we're looking to do there is get probably 90 metres off here to the edge of the landing zone, 110 to the far end, which will give you the best spot to get in there. If you've got a big side arm, this will be the time to crack it out. You want it to flex behind that oak tree and then come back up and dig into the right, and then we'll wander down this way towards what's going to be the end of 3, coming down through the woods on the right here. And you use these firs as sort of the block where we don't want to cut across. So the basket's going to be positioned so they're going around those rather than trying to cut through the woods here. So that comes in behind us and we play up here. So I'll go and look for 3 now. So where are we here? We are standing on about where the tee of 3 is going to be. So just in front of us there through the woods, you can see what is the basket of 4. Yeah, 4. Behind us, coming up here and around in past the far end of that glade, is going to be hole, forgotten it again, 7. But this is probably going to be one of my favourite holes on the course, I think, hole 3. So we're going down this way now. It looks pretty tight here. Right in front of us, you can see right in the distance my bag's down there. That's about 90 metres away. We've got 2 pine trees. They are going to have to go. One of them looks a bit bent, like it's going to blow over anyway, so I'm not too fussed on that. But they will need to go out the fairway, but that then gives us a nice wide fairway, one of the wider ones on this side of the course, that is going to give you the airspace to play through, because those 2 pines are now in a nice wide open. So this is the narrowest bit of the hole early on. Best place to be narrow, isn't it, early on? And then it's going to open up, and this is another par 4, hole 3. Oh Jesus, slippery wood. That sounds wrong. So yeah, these 2 pines here that we're just walking up to now, get those out of the way, and you've got at least, well, very narrow, it's maybe 8 metres width, but I think it's probably more than that. So that one and this next one as we're coming up to here, and it widens out here as we come under the guardian oaks that have loads of space. So if your first one fades out a bit, you're into not too bad an area down here. So you've got this nice wide area we're now going through. Again, on camera it doesn't look it at this stage, but it is. You have to trust me on it. What pole is that? I can't for the life of me think what I've got a pole in there for. Oh well. Bonus pole. So what we'll be looking for, as I said, that bag was about 90 off the tee. We don't want to just get through this one glade. There's an option you can do. Play for the 4 if you want. Pop the first one in here, pop the second one in there, and then go around the corner 3, 4. Or you can try and reach the second opening. To be fair, all this is fairly open, but it does narrow down to maybe a 7 metre window here. Looking back, you might get more of an idea of the width of that glade that you come into. And the other option is we could take some pines on the right and left and leave those ones in the middle, but I think it's probably better to take those. But anyway, back around this side, you come into another area of oak trees, which is again really nice, wide open. So I was saying that's about 90 off the tee. Far end of this is going to be 110. 115, and that's going to sit you in a great spot. Anywhere from here onwards puts you in a good spot for approaching up and round the corner. So you've got our tee of 4 is through the woods over the left hand side there, so we're going to keep that quite closed off. But these firs here, might even have to stick a little mando in there just in case anyone goes left and decides they want to throw over the tee of 4, as we want you coming down this nice wide fairway here. We're probably about 125 off the tee, back that way now. I've gone a little bit to the left just to find a way to walk through. And coming down with this oak here, we're on a break in front of the oak, and it's going to be to a little green, nice wide open green, one of the more wide open greens on the course. In here in front of that secondary little oak, somewhere like that. I think that's going to be a lovely hole, that one. Look forward to playing that. You can't really see it from this way back, but it's there. You'll have to trust me. So here we go. This is tee of 2. So hole 1 is going to finish either there or possibly actually just into this glade behind us here, because I thought we were using that, but we're not going to now. So again, we've got some lovely oaks here. It's on the periphery. I'd probably bring that out because it's on the periphery of the land we're supposed to be using. And there's a good shot coming through from over there to here, so we're probably going to go from about here, maybe forward a little bit, and it's just one. It's going to be a very forehand friendly hole. Turning over to the right there, it's a par 3. This one, probably off the gold, it's going to be 100ish, maybe just over. Looking to end up round to the right. Big turnover. It's something that's going to finish left. Yeah, if you got your leopard that you can smack out there, flip over and keep it going. It's that kind of a hole. It's fairly open up there. Once we take out all the scrub, it's going to be, a fairly introductory hole to the course. So 1, 2 par 3s to get us going. Fairly straightforward, but it's quite a nice one. You're teeing off from amongst these lovely big oaks and, well, what's that? Ash tree. So yeah, we've got some deciduous stuff, some gorgeous stuff down here, which is nice. And then we're going off into the pine woods proper. So I forgot to film from the other end of the second, but the second's going to be a really good hole. Nice long par 4, quite wide fairway. Starts off again at the deciduous end through the oaks all the way. Well, it's over almost down that ride. If you carry on going that way, you'll go to the end of hole 2. All right. Yeah. Losing my bearings again. So this is going to be hole 7 that comes up next to hole 2. Quite a long way over still. And very, very deep here. This is a place that's going to have to be cut, so we're going to have to lose some pines. Some of the ash that's sprouted itself in there. So go that way about 50 metres, and you hit where our landing zone is from the end of the par 4 coming up, which is sticking us close up to the far end. So that's that's where it raises up to the pond. Our 6th hole tee is actually going to be over there somewhere, and our 5th basket is going to be in the trees over to my right here somewhere. And also slightly beyond that, again further in there, is going to be the 16th. And looking over here, you can just see that is the tee of, no it's not, it's the basket of 4. Am I right? The basket of 4. Yes, the basket of 4. So that's in the glade there. We're at sort of the north end. No, we're not, at the south end of the glade here. Playing in from there, so it shouldn't really be any interaction because that one's playing from up there and through, whereas we're coming in from this angle and over here. But it's another one of those nice, that's one of the other things that we wanted to do. Oh, Jesus. That we wanted to do out here on the course, which I really like to do in courses, is have lots of places during the round where you can meet up with other people. So you can have, stand here, just hold out, go and talk to the people holding out there. You're actually going to walk past here for the 8th, so we'd be walking this way down to the tee of 8 anyway. So you come past the back of the basket, see people playing up the fairway here, have a chat, tell them how badly your round's going. They tell you how great it was. They shot an ace and then followed up with a bogey, because that's how you treat aces. But yeah, so the plan is to have lots of interaction all the way through the course. So you're not just on one big circular loop and you never see anyone again. It's backwards and forwards, meet up. And really, we're trying to use every inch of the wood that we can whilst keeping good barriers between holes. And I think it's doing it brilliantly, actually. Really, really happy with this. So this is the 7th. We've basically gone. I need to go and look down the 6th. I need to find the 5th. The 5th is going to be one of the trickiest ones. It's going through very dense wood here. There's nothing really clear. I'm looking at a sort of slow hyzer coming around the back here, up there to get us back. It's probably going to be one of the shortest holes on the course. We've had quite a bit of forehandy stuff here so far, so this is going to be a right-hand backhand throw. And I might try and have a look over the other side, but with the bramble as it is, it's over my head high at the moment, so there's not a great deal I can do there till we get that thinned down a little bit. But I'm getting very happy with the 9 on this side. We're going to have 2 more on this side, which is the back end 17 and 18 of the back 9 that goes up there over by the side of the ride. And then obviously we're going to split this up in the shorter term to create smaller holes. Aren't the gold level ones, that are red level, blue level, and some beginners closer on, to just get people out here playing whilst we work on the longer course. But yeah, it's coming together. It's not got a lot that needs doing apart from the ground clearance, really, to turn this playable. So yeah, very exciting. So half an hour or so after I've left hole 7, which then plays into 8 and then comes back up here to where this marker is in front of me for hole 9, which is actually going to move to the left slightly, probably come forward ever so slightly. I've been wandering around and around and around trying to find hole 5. And this was always going to be one of the trickiest ones because there's no natural paths in here. We're going to have to cut through things. And what I've wanted to do is, because we've got, if I can just hold my carrot there on the right hand side over here, we've got hole 18 starting off, which is going to split where these two are here, so we need to not get too tight into that. There's hole 17 coming down below after that. So I was trying to find hole 5 in here somewhere, going up there, round to the left. Slow hyzer, it's about the only time we've really got that kind of shot on the course. The hyzer is the hardest thing, and fall-on hyzer line is the hardest thing to find in woodland because it's just not really a shape that's supported by the way trees grow, and you need the airspace to make it work. So I've been wandering backwards and forwards. God, it's at least half an hour of backwards and forwards, and then just came down here to have another look at hole 9, which is why I'm saying we'll probably move it, because if I move that tee ever so slightly, and it doesn't change it much at all, it gives us this space in here to bring hole 5. Again, we have that nice little thing where you get to meet each other, say hello, how's your round going? I'm terrible. God, why do I play this stupid game? That kind of, thing. Wading through the brambles here. They're thigh high at this stage. It hurts. Haven't brought Maggie out today because she was a bit tired after the last one. But anyway, so we're 20 metres off the tee here, coming towards my bag, which I was reckoning was going to be about 30 metres off the tee, which it is. And here's my opening. I was looking and looking for something. I couldn't find it. What I didn't want to do was have to get to a point where we were going, we've got to chop down loads and loads of pines, even though we can do with the pines. Didn't really want to do it. If we can avoid taking trees down, I want to avoid taking trees down. But this is one that should have been thinned anyway, because splitters like this is not good. That's going to break, and well, one half it's dead already. So that one really should have come anyway. We get rid of that. We get rid of this other one behind us, and suddenly we've got this opened up space into the woods, which is starting to turn left 40 metres off the tee, which is a really good sort of mid-rangey kind of distance. This ash, again, one that should have been thinned and taken out. And we're now suddenly into a massive space, just taking out these 2 pines. So that is one pretty decent pine. Shame to see that go, but hey-ho, that one is definitely rubbish. It's a 2, you can't see it from this side, but it's a 2-trunk one, and that normally, when you're thin in the woods, you'll take one of those out as soon as you look at them, because that'll split in time and break. But anyway, so in we come in here. And we're in a natural glade. We're on the far end of the bigger glade over there. You can actually see where the basket 6 is going to be. No, 7, basket 7, and basket 4 is going to be over that way. And so this is taking us around the top edge of that. I just didn't realise this space was here, but it's perfect. I walked so many. I must have gone through it on a number of different lines and not seen it. It's the thing with walking woods. You just need to walk and walk and walk. Over here on the right, we've got some lovely big pines, nice big strong ones. And still, we're going through here. Yes, there's going to be some of the smaller ash ones taken out, but they're handsaw kind of size trees. These aren't ones I've got any particular concern over. That's a shame as a bush because there's not. Oh no, there are a few more around there. Okay, not too worried about that then. Don't like to take ones in isolation. Don't know what that bush is, but there's a lot more of the same one around, so that's not so bad. And we're still going on this natural hyzer line that's brought us in here. Still going wide open. Nice big pines on that side, protecting us from hole 6, which is to our left. This is taking us across another one of the clearance paths that was going through the middle. And then it's just finding our basket position somewhere over this side, whether we need to take any more down, maybe go in a little deeper. Not even sure we would. Yeah, we won't want to go too much further because that's the only silver birch I've seen for anywhere around here, so we wouldn't want to upset that. Birch has got really soft bark, so hits on that start to damage it, so I'll try and avoid that. Might be able to even straighten up a bit and come up this way. Here we go, a glade of pines there. It's not long, you know, as I said earlier, this is going to be one of the shortest holes on the course, and it's one of those, you've had some tough ones out there. Here's the time to make your two, make it or lose strokes on the field. And somewhere in here we'll finish off that hole, which then takes us to hole 6, which is up and that way. And it still gives us room to bring the what's it going to be, the 16th coming across here up that way somewhere before the 17th plays down there. And the 17th is going to be another one of the light relief holes. There's 2 short ones out in the course. It's going to be hole 5 and hole 17. So they're the ones that you're going to be looking forward to getting to, but then really kicking yourself if you don't pick it up. So yeah, there we go. There's hole 5. That took ages, absolutely ages. A lot longer than some of the much longer holes. C'est la vie. That's what designing the woods is all about. I might be rethinking what I've just said about hole 5, about not wanting to come to that silver birch. It is a shame because that is the one birch I can see in this area. Most of them are further to the north of the woods. But what I thought was not really sure what tree that is, certainly a unique one, which again I haven't wanted to get involved with. It's actually split and probably does not have much time left in this world. And coming all the way up here, well, one takes us forward to our tier 6, which is over here, much nicer. We've got a lovely glade just up here that's begging to be used as a green. This is right on the southernmost perimeter of where we're going to be allowed to go, so the fence is going to run back end of that, or it might not be a fence, but the barrier that's going to stop you getting deeper into the woods there. And with a little bit of clearance left and right, I don't think you need to take any of the big ones down. You can actually get all the way back here with maybe all the way from the far end there. 4 or 5 pines come down, and they're not the best of pines. A couple of these ash, and you're back here for a really nice hole. I'm just trying to work out where the 7th ends up. Can't see it. I know it's not too far away from here. I can see one over there. So I do just need to make sure that we're not encroaching too close on that. Oh no, we're not. There we go. It's just through there. We can always shorten that up slightly because this is worth doing. I think it's a really nice hole, something very different, and the shape should be there that you can really swing. It's got to be a slow hyzer. It's not, you're not bringing a Firebird out there and trying to mash that down there. It's not going to get there. It almost needs to be an understable disc. You're looking at a stratus on a hyzer that flips up and then comes around the corner. It's a real technician shot. The sort of thing you'd expect Derek Robbins to pull his Comet out on and park it. That kind of a throw where he just keeps it gliding round. But then that will bring us over here. We might have, because we're allowed to actually put a circular route through this far end, so we might just have a little walking path that takes us up here to admire the pond at the top, because it's a lovely spot of the woods. We're just not allowed to traipse through it too much because this is the best habitat animal-wise, but it wouldn't be bad to come up the top here. Little path, straight up, straight down to a bench up here somewhere overlooking the pond. Stop for a quick snack. We're going to have to cut back some of the bushes to let light into the pond because it's a bit overgrown in there. That's one of the things we're supposed to be doing as the woodland management. If we cut back some on the other side, there'll be a lovely view out from here. That's a longer term goal, I should imagine, but yeah, you're not far off here, and it's worth running a little path. So it'd be nice bit of peacefulness up at the end, as far away from any roads as you get, and be a really quiet spot in the woods. Come and sit and reflect and kick yourself for the round you're having so far, or make sure the next hole's going to be better, because you're coming down to hole 6 and you're going to need your mind about you on this one. You're going to need some peaceful reflection before you stare down the barrel of this monster. Oh, there were some more birches. Okay, I've got some silver birch up this end. That's all right. That makes me feel less bad. So, hole 6. Oh God, it's grown up. It's a beast. It's a long par 4. Really nice wide avenues going down there. You really can't see it at the moment, but yeah, big long shot to the basket. I think this is going to be about 180 metres, but originally I was looking at it about 250, but we're having to cut out a load of the corner, unfortunately. But yeah, that is where hole 6 is going to take you. So basically you're going, where are you going? 5 through here, massive long one, hole 6 down there, and then massive long one back up hole 7, and then back down again. We really are using all of the wood for this, everything that we can, but there's still good blocks of 15 metre wide trees in between each fairway at worst, and more than that in most places, so there should be very limited interaction between holes. Obviously someone's going to get the kick that finds their way there, but it's going to be rare rather than the norm. You shouldn't suddenly find discs floating into your fairway. Anyway, so that is, I believe, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 front line done. Right, now start looking at the back, and we need to find basket positions for our blues and reds and short course as well, but we're going to work to clear the fairways of the longs and then fit other stuff around it to make a shorter, more fun course, because this gold course is it's a beast. It's going to beat you up. It's going to take your lunch money. So yeah, we need to have some short versions for us lesser mortals like me. So we're now after the 17th. And the question in my mind is, can you have a 50 metre hole on a gold level course? Well, Matt wants to do some elevated baskets. We've got this little bit of beautiful space here. Now I could take something off into the trees here, but it kind of encroaches on another hole and I don't really want to. I think this might be the do or die. The one on the course that you look at and go, I've got to make this. Have a little elevated, maybe quite big elevated, so it just pops up there in front of us, 55 metres away. Left hand side you've got the ride. It's the only place where the ride comes in close. We make it out of bounds, so it's close. You can easily lay up and take your 2 all day long every day, but you can have that run for the ace. It's right there, it's sitting in front of you. I think we're going to go for it. I do like teasers, and there's so many long holes out here and tight holes and difficult holes. This is the one where you want to just stand still on the tee and go, do you know what, I got this, I can do it. I'm talking myself into this. I think it's worth it. Because yeah, as I say, Matt was definitely looking to do some elevated baskets to try and do something a bit interesting. And on most of these holes, I don't think they're going to need anything because they're already so bloody hard. But this could be the perfect spot. We lift it up. It's straight there in front of you, lefty, righty, no advantage. Just hit it straight. Put it in, but risk that OB if you get it wrong. That pole you can see behind you is actually the tee of 18, which we could move forward a little bit. give us a bit more space. Or we could just net it behind, which might be the easiest way because there's 2 trees right behind. So we'll probably net that, make it safe from that point of view. And yeah, ace run, go for it. Might even call it a par 2. No, I don't like par 2s. We'll call it a par 3. It's just the must-get par 3. So we're looking now for, well, we've got 1 to 9, we've got 18, looking at 17th. And I think this is going to be the shortest hole in the course. At gold level, it's probably going to be, 65 metres? Is that a gold level hole? Well, I think what we're going to do to this will turn it into one. It's, I don't mind light relief. I like tees. That's what we're going to do here. Matt has been wanting some raised baskets to add a bit of a variety. Now, so many of these holes are so tough. I don't think we need them. But this will be the one. We can raise it up. On the left-hand side, you've got the ride. It's the one place where it could potentially come into play. We make it out of bounds. So you've got such an easy upshot for the 2 if you want to take your 2. But the ace is going to be right there. It's going to be just begging to be hit. And we'll probably have a sign up by the tee reminding people about the ace pot. But there's no advantage left or right. It's short, it's wideish. It'll be there. Just get it. You've had such a tough round. You come to the 17th. You know the 18th is one of the hardest on the course. Now's the time to take your 1 and go into it feeling good. Yeah, okay. In the same way as the front 9's got the 5th there, the back 9's going to have this as the easy one. It'll be the easiest to birdie on the entire course, but that ace is going to tempt people into it. Should be good. Okay. Oh, we have got the eastern side. I think I'm done. This will be just everything's just worked out just as I hoped it would. So the ride we can't use, but the ride ends just before the bit of woodland that we can't use. So we have a gap that works, and it works really well. So straight in front of us up there is going to be where the green of hole 5 is, that comes in at an angle from over there. And what we've got here is some beautiful deciduous woodland, still with a few pines about. I mean, this splitter might need to be taken down for safety reasons. We shall see. But we've got a lovely green in here. So this is going to be a hole that brings us from one side of the ride to the other. It will be our 16th before we go back and play the ace run 17th, which is back through the woods that away somewhere. And it's coming through this. And again, you can see there's really not a lot that needs to be taken to make this play. These smaller scrappy things, that's one quick chainsaw zoop. We have 2. Oh God, don't break yourself. Oh, it's slippy out here still. I think I'm getting tired. I've been out here about 4 hours wandering around woodland. So those, where are we? I've lost where we're coming in. Somewhere back this way. I think we might just be looking at 2 pine trees. Hopefully we can leave that ash. Is that an ash? Not entirely sure if that is an ash. Yeah, we're straight through here. This is our gap from the other side of the ride. I think it is. I might be wrong. Might have been further up this way. No, it is here. It is here. Straight through here. Have faith in yourself. Someone's calling me. I better check who that is. But yeah, so straight through. This is going to be another par 4, the 16th. It takes us from this side of the ride. Here we go. Perfect. So that tree's probably going to have to go, and maybe that pine, and then clear out the rest, and you've got a nice, really wide upshot from. We're going to have to mando it. So there'll be a mando probably on the tree. Jesus, this looks thick. Might break a leg on here. Ooh. So this is the end of the ride. This stops being the ride proper, and that is the ride going from about there onwards. I think we're on a little deer path here going through. And so we're now on the west side of the ride. That was squelchy. Anything up there is going to be blocked off, totally unused. That's going to become a little nature reserve. And we're going to have the hole coming in from somewhere over here. Landing zone up the top here. I've already lost the angle. You're sort of shooting back on yourself more than straight ahead, so it's back that way through the woods. And then your 17th is going to be just over here. Sorry for talking so close to the camera there. But yeah, that is it. East side done, now onto the west side.